Support for the show can be you. Go to patreon.lux.b and sign up there to get access to ad-free shows and a lot of other behind-the-scenes goodies. Lux Media just relaunched the merch shop, and there's a lot of new stuff going up all the time. Shop.lvx.be and get yourself hooked up. Patreon subscribers, that's patreon.lvx.be, get 20% off codes every single month. So it's ad-free and it's discounts. I don't know what else more you want.
The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side.
And the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
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 That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
Boxing fucking B-sides. I gotta add some foul language in there because the ultimate fucking casuals can't have a monopoly on it. I won't allow it. But yeah, we were just talking about it. You want to get anytime if news pops up at any point in time, 833-589-7637. Call and let me know what you think about it, and I'll cut it in at the appropriate time. And that's how it goes. Man, Isaac, how are
Yes.
you? How are you doing? You okay?
I'm doing all right.
You
Yeah,
sure?
I'm doing
Are you
all right.
sure? Because Israel
Yeah.
dead Sanya. My man is dead. He's
Shots
down.
fired.
It was a very sad sight. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean it's one of those things you get closure at the very least.
True.
You get closure. It's time. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's time.
Yeah.
Lay the gloves down. Stick to coaching or whatever. But
What did I say about Pedraza last time? Hopefully this is the retirement moment.
yeah, hopefully. Yeah, this is I mean he used all of his like life force for that Pereira knockout. But that's it's not been going well really since then.
Oh, it hasn't. Competitive with DDP, in hindsight, maybe it's not quite as good. Like he could have been more dominant if he had been younger.
Yeah, I mean like even in the Imavov fight, he looked okay at the start. I mean it's not like he got steamrolled, but like one of the first few punches that like landed flush just finished him. So I mean, yeah, the resistance may be completely shot at this point.
Oof. Go to Virgil Hunter. That man knows how to tighten up defense
Sure.
at the cost of everything else. Oh, Alex, did you catch the Aded Sanya moment?
I caught the highlights of it, and when I got sad. I got sad.
Yeah.
I remember only a few years ago, people were talking everything. They were talking it up about Adesanya, man, saying he's gonna be the king of the sport. This and that. You know what I mean? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of was. He reached a pretty high peak that like not even some champions reach. He made a crazy amount of money in his career, but it's obviously gonna be weird without him in the sport. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bit weird, like have a UFC or a promotion that he's not fighting in, but maybe I'm sure he'll still show up to fights periodically and support his like New Zealand camp as well.
Show support.
We'll see.
City Kickboxing, is that what they were?
Yeah, City Kickboxing, yeah, CKB.
Well, I hear GFL is looking for people.
GFO, man, he would run through.
He would
most
run
people.
GFL. Absolutely.
Like it would not even be competitive. He would do them so bad.
But yeah, we'll be talking about that one. That's over on Ultimate Effing Casuals. Wherever you're listening to this, you can hear that as well. Fun. So, recaps. Holy shit. Let's get through some quick ones. On the 31st of January, Junaid Bostan versus Bilal Fawaz. That was a draw. George Liddard versus Derek Osaze. Liddard gets the UD. And Giorgio Viosoli RTD5. I think that's Homeboy didn't want to come out after the 4th. I think that's what RTDs are in the UK. Versus Brian Barajas. Fun. That was the Matchroom Next Gen, so it's like their prospect series. Only one fight. Saturday on the 1st, on Saturday in Wembley. Boxer Adam Azim stopped Sergey Lipinets in the 9th to claim the IBO 140 title.
The biggest fight of the weekend.
Absolutely. I don't even... Is there any more boxing after this? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Don't
think
matter. This guy's the king of sport.
So that was that. I thought Lipinets was going to be a little better, but I was of our pick league, I was the only one that didn't pick Azim. Right. Now, the fucking meat of the dish, PBC, at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Somewhere, Rick Glaser is crying in a corner for how fucking wonderful this card was. So, bottom up, as we usually do, Yoenli Hernandez, TKO 5 over Angel Astorga. Oh, I underestimated Hernandez here. And I also didn't know who Astorga was. So, I just picked Astorga because I'm not very bright.
Hey, Leo.
Uh,
I think you're missing a fighter on here, man.
Who? Oh,
Kermel.
Kermel.
It was a late edition.
It was. I know. That's why I forgot about it. Kermel Moten. He opened up the card, didn't he?
Yeah, he was like the first one. I think he was on the YouTube portion.
He was on the
Pretty sure.
prelims, yeah. So, what? I honestly didn't see it. School me up.
He got a knockout.
In the...
I believe it was... I know I got a knockout, but I think it was in the 7th. You remember or no?
Yeah, it was like it's not like you put him out cold. It was like a TKO though, no?
No, yeah, you got a TKO, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He looked good,
I was
yeah.
going to work. I was on my way to work.
Dude, Moten looks massive, by the way.
He is...
Kermel looks
Oh
massive
my.
for that division.
That could go up to welterweight.
He got a TKO 3 out of 8 over Frank Saldivar.
What the hell was I saying back in round 7? What the hell's wrong with me? I didn't know you got the TKO.
They fight at 135, and Kermel looks like a Canelo at 160.
Yeah, dude,
He
he could do 147.
He's probably will. He's going to get to that point.
I think he should become a little more fleshed out 135, though.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. He'll develop there probably.
Yeah. But he's already gone up 2 weight classes, correct?
He is 18 years old.
It's still, he should still, like, no one should be pressing him for fighting cans at the moment.
No, fuck
Like,
no.
He is meant to fight cans right now.
This is where, he's 18. This is he just won his 7th fight. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is development.
Yeah.
A very promising prospect, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely.
Very, very promising.
Very, very promising prospect.
You know, at 135, they have a lot of promising prospects there, dude. A lot of promising prospects. I'm looking forward to seeing fight in the future.
Yeah, the Mayweather Promotions doesn't really have like a massive stable, but
No.
Moten is a giant.
When
for
they don't have a
TNT.
lot, but when they do pick up a prospect, they are always, like, pardon the pun, they're on the money with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
Moen's been with
that's-
Mayweather. Moen's been with Mayweather since he was a kid.
Yeah. Pretty much his entire
That's his boy right there. That's his little boy right there. At that point.
Yeah, that's very good company to be around. But yeah,
But that's Kermel. He's still doing it. I honestly thought he was a joke. Like, the first time I had ever heard of him, people were saying Carmelo. Like, because Canelo was fighting that day. It's like, when's Carmelo fighting? Like, who are you talking about? This doesn't make sense to me. Carmelo. Moving up, Jesus Ramos. These are out of order. Whatever, doesn't really matter. I don't know. Jesus Ramos stops Jason Rosario in the 8th. Good stuff. This was not at 154 as I originally thought. It was at 160.
yeah, dude, Jason, bro, it's rough times for him out here. I'm not gonna lie.
He did better. Between the Jarrett Hurd fight and this one, he's given a really good account of himself. He can still keep going, but if you're struggling with Jesus Ramos, it might be time to like dial back your expectations of where you're gonna go.
But you can tell he's like invested into it because like he gets super pissed whenever he doesn't do well.
Yes,
He gave it his all.
he really worked his ass off. Nothing
Whenever
to
he
be
got
ashamed
knocked
of.
down,
Came up short.
was incredibly pissed. Yeah, I mean, at himself, but he still cares about winning. It's not like he's just doing it for the money.
Right. Ramos, I'd love to say it. I know that it's not pronounced this way based on how it's spelled, but here in Arizona, we call where Jesus Ramos is from, we call it Casa Grande. Everyone calls it that, even Spanish speakers. But I always refer to that place as a pit of despair because it's really bleak. It's sad. It's like Commerce City, but more desert. Commerce City, a little bit of a deep cut for some people.
Deep cut.
But Ramos, that bullshit with Erickson Lubin set him back when he absolutely should not have been. He beat Lubin without a doubt. He was just too polite to say so.
He definitely won that fight.
Yeah, I don't know. Ramos said he's going back to 154, so that's good. There's a lot of good fights to be made there.
Good money fights.
Do you think you'd be in the contention with all the other fighters that they have there, or what?
That's what I was just pulling up the list here. So Jesus Ramos was he's at number 8 now. This is just Box Direct, so take it with a grain of salt. He would fucking whoop Xander Zayas, like it's not even close. Sergey Bohachuk, that would be an incredible scrap. Oh my goodness.
Anybody fighting Bohachuk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would say Bohachuk himself will sell.
Madrimov, I'm not sure how I rate Ramos against Madrimov.
Let's see how Madrimov does against certain Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah.
Our boy.
Our man. Our king. Virgil Ortiz.
Friend of the pod, Virgil Ortiz. I know you're listening, pal. We're behind you 100%. Tim Zhu. He's like on a downslope right now. Jesus Ramos is super tough. That's a super tough matchup.
Ooh.
I wouldn't put him with Tim Zhu.
Yeah, if you want to keep Tim Zhu like marketable, no.
He's gonna go back to Australia. I feel like
he's got to rebuild a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to get some wins back because that was a really rough loss.
Last year was really rough for him. Him and Munguia I think he had a worse year than Munguia, honestly. He had a way worse year than Munguia.
I would say he did.
He lost everything last year. It was everything.
Moving up, Mirko Cuello, TKO 10, ? Over Christian Olivo. So the final sequence as it played out, Olivo was beating Cuello's ass like the entire fight, except as he started to gas in like the 9th and 10th, he got hit with a body shot. He went down. Understandable. He gets up. He's fine. He continues, gets hit with another body shot, kind of the same one, goes down again, and this time the ref waves it off. And that's why I say TKO ? Because I think that they were trying to save Cuello. Just my thinking.
Very questionable. Very questionable.
I feel like you have to let it go to 3 knockdowns.
Yeah.
Like you have to. Like I mean, that's when you can start considering it. It's not like he was mentally still there. Like
yeah, there was like 45 seconds left in the round. If he could hang on the rest of that minute, he would have won.
Yeah, dude, it was incredibly sad. Like after the fight, when like they panned the camera over to him, like as he was walking out of the ring and like going back to the locker room, and they read the scorecards. He was up. I was like, bruh. He had like a minute left.
He
for sure was crying in that.
That feels like what would be a robbery. Like you jobbed him. He could have went to the end.
Sure.
That would have been a massive win. That would have been an insanely massive win for him.
Yeah.
They had to save their boy.
They had to save their
by
boy.
The way, an insane fight, by the way, as well.
Oh, it was
like
fun.
Pure action.
Pure fun.
Cuello is a Samson fighter. So, make of that what you will.
Do we have certain opinions about Samson on here?
Whatever opinion you want to share.
Well, I want to hear your guys' opinion first.
I think he's all right. I think he does really well, like inside of South America. Like he promotes a lot in Uruguay and Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
In those spots, he does really good things for fighters to elevate them and get them onto the world stage. After that, I don't know how. I don't think I feel that greatly about him.
Yeah. Nah, me neither. I really do not like Samson.
Well,
I
promoters and being crooks. Oh, what?
I mean,
No.
okay, you're right. You're right. You know what? Just move on. Just move on.
Because like David Benavidez is fond of Samson. Both the Fighting Fandoras they like him too. So I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know enough to say. But if you do find that article or whatever, then send it to me. I'd like to read it.
Yeah, just move on. Just cut that out.
Moving up, Isaac Cruz, UD over Angel Fierro at 140, 10 rounds. Okay, so Cruz may have won that fight, and he won it like competitively, but clearly. Fierro's stock he wins the moral story of the fight. This is
Fortunately, his stock rose more. Yeah.
Yeah, his stock went up. Cruz is like a little bit, but Fierro, like, man, I want to see more of him. I'm excited to see him. Another name in the division because 140 is also pretty hot right now.
Some good matchups you could make there.
Hot. You think 140 is hot right now?
Let's have a look. 140.
I think it's dying down a lot, man.
You're right. At the top, sure, but there's a lot of good matchups that you can make that are at like the B level, like Catterall, Hiraoka, Subra Matias, Paro still in it. Adam Aziz just kind of stepped up to the next level. Arnold Barbosa, Jose Ramirez, Dalton Smith still doing it.
Okay.
So there's Rayos, he's a title holder too.
The thing is,
he's up there.
Yeah, I mean, Teofimo was great, but a lot of the guys that with big name recognition are most likely going to move up to 147.
Probably.
From what I've seen.
It's just
I know Ryan's not staying at 140 anymore.
No.
Devin Haney is not either.
Puello, Oscar Duarte, Antoine Russell, Regis Prograis, Brandon Lee, Michel Rivera, Jermaine Ortiz. There's a ton of names, but it's not blockbuster fights. It's stuff for like sickos like us.
Yeah, it's like us for boxing. Yeah, for boxing fans.
Like Brandon Lee to us, like we're excited about that, right?
I love Brandon Lee. He's my He's my favorite. I love him.
We love Brandon Lee here. Okay.
Yeah, friend of the show, Brandon Lee. Whenever you want to talk, big dog, you let me know.
By the way, Isaac Cruz, he needs to go down in weight. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, he does because
that should have been a KO. The shots that he was landing,
absolutely,
should have been a KO, but everyone's just too big.
His style does not work for people that you can't knock out.
Yes, he doesn't.
Yeah,
he's got the gas tank, which is super cool, but like that.
Yeah,
when you're not bothering somebody, then what are you really going to accomplish?
The chickens are going to hold a roost one day.
Yeah, they will.
It was a fun fight, though. I mean, over 1,000 punches thrown.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good bit over 1,000.
It was a great fight. That was a great fight. It was fun.
Yeah. Very entertaining, for sure.
Gangbusters.
All right. Anything more for Cruz, Fierro?
I agree with Isaac on the fact that Cruz definitely needs to go back down to 135.
He needs to get down to 126 so he can fight Nick Ball.
I would say 130, 135 might even still be too big for him. Like,
it's a little more doable, but yeah.
Going down that much, though.
He may not like cutting weight at all, but is what I think is happening. He might like to eat.
He likes his beans and rice. Just like me.
Shanada said that it's like taco cuts. Do you want to cut the tacos or no?
He is stocky as hell, bro.
He is. And his neck is like a fucking tree trunk.
Thick.
Yo, dog. No one can knock him out.
No, I don't think so.
Well.
He'd have to go like up weight divisions, like way out of his weight division.
I honestly think that Ryan can knock him out. I think Ryan can knock him out.
Aren't they
Oh,
supposed
dude,
to
I
fight?
mean,
They were.
it was rumored, but Cruz said no because like he still had to finish this fight with Fierro.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, at 147, Cruz is getting knocked out. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Boots.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
guess
the thing is,
never.
at 135, what is there for Cruz?
Barrios.
He's gonna be.
It's
He's
an
gonna
easy
be.
fight.
Barrios?
It's an
At
easier
135?
fight at 147.
Oh no, I'm at 135.
Oh, at 35. Okay, so I have the list up. If we want to go down the old box rec.
I mean, there's always that Tank rematch, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't think that's really there that much because
Not anymore.
after Roach, I think Tank's gonna end up trying to fight like Rayo or maybe a Loma if he decides to come back.
Well, Ryo kind of hurt people's credibility a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna why fight Cruz if you can just fight Rayo?
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever credibility that Ryo took from Cruz,
Exactly.
get it from Ryo.
Mhm.
Well, for Cruz, just looking at some names here on the old stinker, William Zepeda, that would be a brawl.
That would be a war. I actually that would be a damn good fight.
Shuichiro Yoshino, that would be a brawl while Yoshino lasts.
By last, yes.
Keep him away from Shakur. That's
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
that fight would that's a useless fight to make.
That's kryptonite.
I skipped
Completely
over a couple
useless.
names, like specifically. Like, nah, we're not
The ones
we're not
that we
trying
know.
Yeah, we're not trying to
There's no
embarrass Pitbull right now. Like
Yeah.
Tevin Farmer, don't do that. That's
Oh my god,
that's
bro.
not a good idea.
We're putting him on undercards to like card
Entertain,
openers.
like hype up
Yeah.
hype up the
F
crowd.
the crowd up. Appetizers.
Lucas Body, yo,
Oh.
Ooh, he might KO Body. I'm not gonna lie, but that would be a good fight.
Body has
That'll be a
that
damn good
come
fight.
from behind one hitter power though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It would be an interesting fight. That they'd be brawling. They would be brawling.
Uh-huh.
He's not getting hurt. He's getting mad.
I
But yeah,
like the reference.
yeah. So that's it. Moving up, fucking cue it up, baby. I don't know what celebration song I want yet. Stephen fucking Fulton, UD over Brandon Figueroa. Let's pull up the pick sheet because it's just me. It's just me.
Yeah, I would say this is Leo's time.
This
to shine
is
right now.
my time, baby. Steven, when you want to chat, you let me know because I want to fucking hear about what it is that you were thinking. What were you feeling? That was.
Oh, you think of the shorts?
Yeah, what's up with the jorts, dude? Where
There's
can
the
I get
Tims.
some Tim
Tim.
boxing shoes? Where can I get some Tims? Like I didn't know
That
you were
was an
from Brooklyn,
incredible
dog.
fight.
That was a
He gets
interesting.
viral. He guys went viral off of that. That was a very good move from him.
No, he did.
Yeah, that's smart. That was smart. I was like, what the fuck?
I got a lot of Instagram and like TikTok stuff that were
Yeah.
pointing it out. Like this, look at this outfit. Look at the fit from this fighter. I'm like, yeah, that's Stephen Fulton, baby. That's Philly's fucking finest.
Construction workers.
23 and 1 with 8 KOs. At least finest.
Man. All right.
The Bozy fighter.
Yeah, he moved over to the boots camp, and now he's firing on all cylinders. I hope Tevin Farmer makes the move over there too.
That'd be great.
He's another Philly guy. All right, for this one, before we get to Fulton, I want to ask, as I always do, what can Brandon do from here? Because he showed some pretty serious limitations. The ceiling, I don't know. I don't know if it's too much to say that the blueprint is out there, but like if you can box and move on this guy, it doesn't seem like he can adjust. I don't know. Am I being too hyperbolic here, or what are we thinking?
It has to be the truth because even during fight week, he was saying, we prepared super hard for this fight. He was healthy coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, what else?
He wasn't cutting as much weight.
There's no other answer other than he got outboxed like that.
He got work.
Yeah, he got seriously worked. This was not close.
No.
Not at
It
all.
was not close.
I honestly expected a fight that was going to be like at least majority decision, split decision,
Yeah.
even.
Like
But
the first
yeah.
one.
yeah, like the first one. But unanimous decision, Fulton. Like
School.
I was
them.
surprised.
And the insane part was that Big was getting beat everywhere, inside, medium range, at distance. He was getting beat everywhere.
Fulton made Figueroa look like a fucking amateur.
Yeah, dude. Like whenever they would show the slow mos, like of
Mhm.
like Fig coming in, trying to get off a combination, and Fulton was just working them in between his combinations, and he was getting
It was
hit
beautiful.
hard. I mean, I guess the only thing you can say is that like Fig has heart, and like he has a chin, but that's not really what you want people to be saying about you.
Oh no,
Yeah,
you want people to talk about your skill.
right.
Yeah,
Skill,
But Figueroa
power, anything.
lacks.
When people bring up, oh, he has heart, he has a solid
It's
chin.
over. It's over.
That just means you're getting your ass kicked.
yeah. That's a nice way of saying that.
Yeah, it really.
But,
is.
yeah, dude, Fulton looked great. Fulton looked great. We were talking about it, I think, like during the fight, how this rematch, the second fight, and the first fight looked so different.
Completely
Like
different.
Fulton looked completely different.
And you got to give it to Boots or not Boots, Boozy Ennis for that.
Yeah, I mean that's the change. Yeah,
He
Yeah, that's-
reinvigorated him.
I'm surprised that it changed him that much.
yeah. I mean,
I don't know if it was a big change in like with a guy like Stephen Fulton. He's coming in off his only loss to an all-time great, but he was going into that fight a unified champion with solid wins under his belt. This isn't like you don't need to refine his skills. You don't need to change his approach to fighting. Like it's a mentality thing that
Well,
being around a guy like Boots, being around his father as well. That's the type of mentality change that serious champions need to have around them.
I didn't see Fulton fight like in a pocket like that. I don't even think during the Inoue fight that much.
he had a completely different demeanor about him, even during fight week. I know we joked about it a little bit, like during the press conference, like he almost looks a little bit high. I mean, he was just like super calm, I guess. I mean,
Weapons
I
grade
don't know.
THC out in Vegas, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he had something going on. I mean, he looks like a completely different fighter. I gotta say, Leo was right. I picked Fig to win for in the pick league.
Me too.
Fulton, man, he said no. He said no.
Well, I can only say if anybody is trying to doubt Inoue's greatness, I can only really point to Stephen Fulton and say, look at how fucking excellent he continues to be. Was the Castro fight a little questionable? Sure, it was. I chalk that up to Castro is a really tough guy on his own. So to not look that great against him, if you don't come correct with Castro, he will beat you. So
I think it was just a case of moving up and getting used to the weight.
that too. That also had a lot to do with it.
I was just saying, I have to ask now, and I asked this already knowing the answer, but I just want to hear your opinion. How does this Fulton look against Inoue? If they were to fight again.
I think he lasts a little longer, but I actually, you know what? Let me change that. I think he gets finished faster because Inoue takes him. He refuses to like toy with him, and he finishes it quickly because he doesn't want it to. He doesn't want Fulton to have time to learn and like download
Get adjusted,
the
yeah.
framework.
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with Leo. Completely.
Yeah.
What
I think it was to be finished. Yes.
My question actually kind of bounces off of your question, Isaac. What did you see the difference between this fight and the Inoue fight? Not so much the Castro fight, but the Inoue fight, which was 2 years ago, and this fight.
Yeah, Inoue to Fig too.
Yeah.
Isaac, hit it up.
His punch selection and his timing was sort of insane in this Fig fight.
Beautiful.
Like, it was. I've seen boxing for like quite a bit of time. He was hitting Fig everywhere. Like normally, whenever you see fights like like the keys to victory, like he has to get inside, he has to keep it at distance. Fulton was dominating Fig literally at every point in that fight.
Yeah.
And it came down to his timing, his punch selection. I mean, I don't know if he's gotten smarter or like if Bozy has like sort of changed the way he thinks about boxing. But when you pair it with the speed, the IQ he has now, bro, he's insane now.
I
Like
think
the
Bozy
way he was
rebuilt
fighting.
his confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
agree.
was sort of crazy to see. It was. I mean, when I was watching the fight, like this one, I was like, bro, this Fulton looks different,
Yeah.
like completely different.
I think what I noticed the biggest difference was the inside work, because like what you said, like that I was trying to kind of like say what you're saying about how he was hitting him everywhere. That was all on the inside. That was all on the inside.
Those
You know what I mean?
uppercuts he was landing on
Or
the
nasty.
inside. Yeah, dude, they were like turning Fig's neck all the way up.
And the thing is, you didn't really see that during Inoue. You didn't see that really at all during the Inoue fight.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though. Like, man, it's like what Leo was saying. Like, Inoue just did not let him get started at all.
Exactly. Yeah. He didn't give him any movement.
Yeah, there was no like wiggle room to like.
If you give him wiggle room,
Exactly.
he's going to find a rhythm that's going to
Mm-hmm.
outwork me somehow.
Yeah, Inoue just says like, I'm gonna stop that.
Yeah. I need to nip it in the bud, because if you get going, then it's gonna be a problem for me.
The thing is that even with his improvement, I really do not want to see that fight with Inoue again. I said this
don't
last
either.
week on the last podcast. I'll tell you, man, I really do not want to see that fight. It's because I think it's going to be a repeat.
I think it goes worse.
Yeah, it goes worse, definitely.
It's not that.
What's next for Fulton though?
Yeah, that's what was gonna get at. Is like looking at the list, like his fellow champions. He's got Nick Ball with the WBA.
Mhm.
Espinoza has a WBO. We don't know if he's gonna stay. And who's the fucking IBF? Angelo Leo. Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Shit.
Whoa, wait. That's
That's
a damn
actually-
good fight right there.
That's the one
Yeah.
to make.
Angelo
Rematch
Leo?
for the belts.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
His
thing
one
is, bro,
loss is too full.
Dude, you took on my funny bone. It actually felt nice. That sounds nice.
This is wild because like I mean, this Fulton is now like way better. So
Mhm.
man, there's a storyline there. Like that fight has everything in it.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
The Espinoza one is interesting, just on the size issues. And Nick Ball, kind of, but for the opposite reasons, like just because he's like a meatball versus a
Meatball.
slender man.
He's always gonna
Yeah, but
pressure forward.
That's a fine way to put it.
Yeah, I really hope that Venado is not fighting still.
No, bro, he's
I hope
got to
not.
stop.
No, yeah.
Brain bleed.
Yeah,
That's an
brain bleed.
immediate
That's game, dude. You gotta stop.
It's over.
game over.
Shushu is out there. Ray Vargas. I hope he's.
Ah,
I don't want to
I'm
say
not-
anything ill. I don't wish him ill. I just don't want to see him fight anymore.
come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, but the Angelo Leo fight, that's just there for the making. That's
Mhm.
right there. That's
That'll be a war.
but now same question for Fig. Espinoza is a good fight for him. Like they're both tall and rangy. Nick Ball would just be fucking hilarious if they were to fight.
Be fun.
Yeah,
The face-offs would be sort of insane to see.
get him a fucking
Oh, yeah.
like a step stool.
Yeah, yeah, like that wouldn't even look. If you put that on the internet, people would be like, "Why are they fighting?"
Why is this kid from the amateurs fighting a professional?
Yeah. Like, well, we got to try finding an adult here.
Well, this particular fellow is wider than the other one is tall. So, I don't know. That's it, though. That's it for this one. If you have anything more for Fulton Figueroa, what do you guys got?
Masterclass.
Good win.
Oof,
Good win.
good one. Support for this episode is from Carnivore Snacks. One snack that I think most people can agree on is jerky. When I was in Afghanistan, it was my go-to whenever I needed something that had a bit of heft, but I didn't really have time to sit down and eat a meal. So, jerky brands, they come and go, and while the big players are still out there, let me put you on game about Carnivore Snacks. 2 ingredients: meat, salt. This is the jerky for people who appreciate the power of raw simplicity. This isn't your gas station grab-and-go bullshit. This here is savory beef seasoned by the one essential mineral that sharpens the flavor and preserves the meat. No frills or fancy marinades, just unadulterated flavor. My first order was the ribeye. It's my favorite cut of steak. And goodness fucking gracious, the marbling on the jerky was immaculate. Carnivore Snacks did it up right. So ditch the candy-coated schoolboy fuckery and embrace the primal satisfaction and purity of beef and salt. Get 15% off every order from Carnivore Snacks. Help us out a little bit in the process by going to csnacks.lux.be. That's csnax.lvx.be. Get 15% off every order today. All right, main event. David versus David. Benavidez takes it on points over Morel. Alex, kick us off here. What do you got?
The Battle of the Davids lived up to the hype. It lived up to the hype. As I said last podcast, it's the best way to put it is it felt orgasmic. It felt amazing. 3 years in the making. Great fight. I still think about it. I was thinking about it all day, actually. I've been thinking about it all day. looked great.
Yeah. This fight was sort of insane. Like, whenever it started out, like, for the first few rounds, up until like the middle of the fight, I had said it before, like, the nerves are gonna be at an all-time high whenever the bell rings.
Mhm.
But it was, man, dude, I was like sort of shaking almost during this fight.
It was.
Me
that
too.
Like,
kind
I mean,
of- yeah.
I was
yeah,
nervous.
Like, it was when, like, the first round, bro. They were throwing nukes at each other. They were throwing nukes at each other.
Absolutely.
Like, I
So,
mean,
like,
you
you
just had
trained in
this
there.
feeling that, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You had this feeling that, like, bro, if something lands, they are gonna be out cold. But, like, I mean, as the fight went on, punches started to land. I'm like, damn, they're throwing nukes, but they're eating them too.
Mhm.
They know how to roll.
And
They know how to roll with it.
yeah, I mean, some of them, yeah, but bro, Benavidez was landing on rails. Some of those uppercuts were insane.
The
He was
triple one,
lifting them.
Yeah.
triple
Yeah,
T,
bro,
fucking-
there was,
that
I
was
mean,
nasty.
the hooks right around the guard, uppercuts. He was landing, and like Morel's entire head was moving, like not rolling with it, but just like absorbing it, and the chin held up. This was an insane fight all the way through.
Honestly, I think this fight is instant classic. Instant classic.
Yeah, I mean, and it's something you wouldn't expect from, like, when you just, like, let's say you didn't know them, and this is like majority of the casual fan base did not know Morel.
No.
They see 11 fights, 0 losses,
Oh,
obviously.
he's Cuban. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Cuban argument.
He's got a good amateur record, but you wouldn't expect this from a fighter with 11 fights. Morel did well, and like both contributed to how good this fight was. This was just an insane fight at every facet. Like, defensively, offensively, it was insane.
I was really surprised by David Benavidez' defense. I was
Improved.
shocked, actually. It was much improved. And honestly, I was also surprised by how Morel respected David Benavidez' power to be put on the back. Because honestly, I thought Benavidez was going to be put on the back for this fight. I thought it was going to be a very... But the fact that Benavidez was actually able to walk him down was nasty. It proved to me that Benavidez' power is crazy. Maybe not as crazy as what we kind of hoped, but it's still crazy.
Yeah, it's that like cumulative power. Like, he
Dealt
doesn't have
by
more power
1,000
than
cuts.
Yeah, but like those punches, like those combos that he ends up getting off, they are brutal. Like, even if your guard absorbs them, your hands are gonna be numb after taking a combo.
I mean, the only critique I have with Benavidez is obviously footwork. That's one, obviously. And then the other one is, actually, I was surprised for David Benavidez' stamina. Because near the end, he was... I mean, both of the guys were one out, of course. It was the war. But the stamina, I expected David to have a better stamina near the end.
Which one?
Oh, Benavidez.
Oh, okay. He usually, when he has these like long term, like look at the Vosdik fight, he was doing fine, and he was still stringing combos together at the end, but he wasn't getting a lot of return fire. So it's a big difference when someone's clobbering you back that has power versus just someone who's just backing up the whole time.
Yeah.
I think his stamina held up well enough, all things
Well enough, yes.
considered.
Yeah, it was sufficient for the. This was like it was very weird watching Morel as well, because like it after the middle rounds, it's like, damn, Morel's starting to get gassed. You could see him taking these deep breaths.
Body
But
shot.
then, like, at the very end, he found this like second wind, and he just started unloading these combos. It was sort of weird to see, like, we thought Morel was done, but he sort of started stringing some combinations together at the very end that were doing damage to Benavidez.
I mean, the knockdown. How do you guys feel about that?
Question mark. Knockdown? Question mark?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
think
now
so.
more angles have come out now, and it was like a footwork crossing, and then I guess Morel he landed on the shoulder.
Yeah,
So it wasn't.
Dishy in the Discord was saying like that even if their feet got tangled, but you tag them on the head or on the body or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But tagging the shoulder, no, that's not.
No.
That's not a knockdown.
Yeah, I didn't buy it. I thought that was kind of a interesting move from Thomas Taylor.
He went to the replay.
He's a good ref.
He is a good ref. He went to the replay, and the athletic commission held it up as a knockdown.
I'm very critical of Thomas Taylor. I'll tell you that. I'm very, very critical.
Why is that?
Because in my opinion, I mean, I think Thomas Taylor he doesn't put up with the bullshit. He does not put up with the bullshit. I like. That's why I've respected him more recently because of that. But my only gripe with Thomas Taylor is that there's instances where he's stopped fights a little too early. I think the best example would be the Pitbull Rolly fight. In my opinion, I think that fight could have gone a little bit longer. You know what I mean? And there's other fights where he's
Rolly out cold, bro.
Well, I think it's mainly because of that too. I really wanted to see Rolly out cold, but at the same time, it's not. It's also because I think Rolly still had enough in him to keep fighting in that fight specifically.
That might be why you stop it, because he does have enough to keep going, but he's not going to be competitive.
There's like that, like too tough for your own good. Like you won't go down, but those blows are still landing.
They're still gonna land, yeah. I agree. I just don't agree the way at the point he did it at. I mean, I didn't see Rolly hurt that much at that point. I mean, he was hurt a little bit, but not as much as that. What you would expect a knockout from, you know what I mean? Technical knockout. You see what I'm saying?
For this, yeah, I see what you're saying. But for this fight, he was good.
He was on it.
We ended up getting Morrell got that point immediately taken away as well from the knockdown.
That was a bullshit thing from Morrell. I was pissed at Morrell, dude. I was fucking pissed. How you get a fucking knockout and you pull some bullshit like that? That cancels it out, right? Bullshit.
I didn't see any of like the post fight stuff, but did he comment on that?
I haven't seen. They usually don't, and I don't like that. Like if I could do anything with like the fights that I get to attend, it would be that. I would want to talk to the refs, refs and the judges. Like no cameras.
Yeah, because like immediately whenever it happened, he ended up telling him, you know, I told you. Like I guess he had a conversation with him back in the locker room. He said, "There's no bullshit with late hits." Like he was, I guess he told him he was going to take a point if there was a late hit. Like he was very adamant. But
true to his word.
Yeah, that was Morrell was not happy, but it was late.
More than late. Like fuck, that was egregious.
I know people were saying that Thomas Taylor was giving Benavidez the advantage because apparently Benavidez hit after the belt too, but I don't buy that either.
One of them was me, but that was just because, you know, heat of the moment, Team Morrell. But
okay, yeah. I think that was you. I see that was you.
I mean, I was one of the few. There was a few other people in there. But yeah, it was just heat of the moment. You know, we're in the middle of a war. We needed every advantage we could get. But yeah, rewatching, yes, it was egregious.
Very egregious.
What is next for David Morrell?
That's kind of hard.
Yeah,
his stock rose. Like it's a loss, but his stock rose. I feel
absolutely.
Like.
At least, at the very least, for both of them, I think they rose each other's stock up. Obviously, David Benavidez' stock is higher, a lot higher at this point. But I think that Morrell can come back from this easily. The only problem is what options are there at 175?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the option floated for Morrell to fight the winner between Smith and Buatsi. And I think that's pretty fair.
That's fair. That's very fair.
To fight the winner, though, the winner of that fight is in one of the mandatory slots for the undisputed. They're not going to.
I mean, the thing is, like, Benavidez is probably going to get the next shot, though, no?
He will, because the money's better.
You know how much bullshit it would be if imagine if Buatsi won between Smith and Buatsi, and then he actually gets the shot at undisputed instead of David Benavidez. I'll be livid. I'll be livid.
Getting like stiff at 168 and 175. That'd be insane.
No, I would just kind of crash out at that point.
I'd be convinced that there was some like internal beef between him and some president or worker at one of these organizations for the belts. I'd be convinced.
For sure, like WBC, yeah.
Yeah, there's something going on back there that he did something or said something that they didn't like, and it's just that they continue to stiff him. I'd be convinced.
Anthony Yard.
That's another good one. Yeah.
Anthony Yard, yeah.
That's a good fight.
Solid, bro.
Vosdik, who just fought Benavidez, not a bad fight.
Not a bad fight either.
The loser of Buatsi, Callum Smith, is not a bad fight for Morrell either.
Maybe the loser of Bivol Better Beef.
That too. Yeah,
but that would be hard.
That's better.
That would be a hard fight, though.
Oh yeah, it would. And when Archer Better BF that loses,
I don't want Archer. I don't want Better Be to lose. I don't want Better Be to lose.
But I was about to say that because, like, if Better Be loses, like, he might retire. I feel like.
I think so too.
Yeah. Retire. Honestly, I feel like if he wins, he might retire too, undefeated. Yeah, I think it goes both ways.
He's old. He's old as shit.
He's
old, yeah. And the thing with Benavidez is that if he retires, that kind of that splits the belts among all the all the um all the
Boise
fighters there,
Smith
right?
is WBO, Benavidez
Mhm.
is WBA, WBC, and I don't know IBF. I don't know who that one is.
The fact that it's being called the last crescendo is kind of making me a little worried about if Beterbiev does retire.
Better be is probably gonna. Yeah, he's probably gonna hang it
He,
up.
he's his body's falling apart.
I want to see Benavidez Beterbiev, dude. That would be a good fucking scrap. I would much rather see that than Benavidez Canelo.
I would.
That's
I will die on the hill.
I
I will
would-
die on
that's
the
a
hill.
crazy thing to say. I feel like
That
but-
he's here to give the hot takes, man.
No, yeah. I mean, no. It's listen. We take any take here.
You would rather see Benavidez fight Canelo than Beterbiev?
When we're talking about peaks, the hype for
I'm-
Benavidez Canelo is probably like one of the most anticipated fights.
Okay, peaks. Yes, you're right. No, I agree with you. Yeah,
As it is today.
It's like, bro, today.
Yeah, I would. I think
I mean, I
I'd
can
go
tell you, I can
Benavidez,
tell you this
Beterbiev.
right now. I can tell you this right now. Benavidez Canelo would sell me. Like,
no, oh, definitely.
Oh, of course.
Probably by double, probably. Double, definitely. The thing is that honestly, I still don't see Canelo giving that fight to Benavidez, and so I think the next best option would be a shot at undisputed with Beterbiev, which is going to be a hard fight. You know what I mean? And if he wins against Bivol, that would be crazy to see. It'd be fun to watch. I mean, even for me, even a couple years ago, this might sound crazy. Y'all can judge me all you want. I honestly thought that Canelo was going to fight Beterbiev at one point, and I was up for that too. I was so excited for that fight. Because I was hearing rumors about it too, but obviously that never happened. So this is the next best option for me. So maybe that's why I'm a little biased in this section.
Yeah, I mean, these matchups at the top of 175, all of them are good. Like, there's not a wrong answer. I feel
Oh, yeah.
like.
No, yeah, there's not a lot. There's a lot of good options out there right now. It's very exciting times of boxing right now. Very exciting. Probably the most exciting it's been since the Mayweather days. And in every
We've
division
had
too,
good
like
years. We've had good years in the meantime.
we've had some solid years, but there was also the boxing dark age that we shall not forget. But I think we've come out to prosper
Yeah,
right now from 2023 and on, dude. It's been gangbusters, dude.
yeah. you're right.
Gangbusters. Great fight after great fight, dude.
Yeah.
It's a bunch. Yeah, and this year, like it's already started off with a banger.
Yeah, this year's gonna it's already normally it starts well and ends well. We'll see how it goes in the middle, but the start looks pretty good.
I mean, drama in Las Vegas at the beginning of the year is already amazing. I'm expecting at the end of the year probably something. I'm honestly expecting AJ Fury at the end of the year, sometime near the end of the year.
That would be an insane fight. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the world would love that.
Canelo. I also see Canelo Crawford in September.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We have the start. The start is already insane. Like Benavidez, Moreau. We got the last crescendo as well. Dubois, Parker, Virgil, Madrimov. There's a ton of fights on that card. Yeah, like you said, I mean, we'll probably end well as well. But yeah, man, 175 is looking good. It's very very top heavy, but a lot of good fights.
I would say this is a similar situation where there's a lot of good fights that you can make at like the B level. You take out the two kings and like Benavidez, and there's a ton of fights that you can make that are really really entertaining.
You have a lot of Super Six tournament style matches you can make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Any Benavidez matchup is gonna be good.
Gangbusters.
Yeah, any matchup.
All right, we gotta fucking press on here. Support for this episode is from Ramen Bay. Whether you're a student living in a dorm, busy professional grabbing a quick lunch, or simply a ramen enthusiast looking for an easy upgrade, Ramen Bay is the answer. It's not just about convenience, it's about quality. Made with only the finest ingredients, freeze-dried to lock in the freshness and the flavor, each packet is a carefully crafted concoction to deliver a balanced and delicious taste. If you enjoy ramen, like actual ramen, with good broth, good noodles, good flavor, these additions are a must. My personal favorites, the enoki mushrooms add a lovely little crunch that hides inside of the noodles, and the oyster mushrooms make the flavor rich and makes the meal feel a lot heartier. The original blends are also pretty good. I recommend checking out the kimchi style, just my suggestion. Pour it into the water as you're boiling your noodles up and you're good to go. Say goodbye to bland, boring bullshit and hit up the bay for ramen and chill. If you want to get 10% off every order and you want to help us out a little bit in the process, go to ramen.lux.b. Gotta be honest with you, as I'm finishing recording this, I'm about to go make some. Thinking about enoki mushrooms got me grumbling a little bit. So check out the Ramen Bay with this link, ramen.lvx.be. Get 10% off every order. Oh, what's that? You don't like ads? You should probably go to Patreon. And then now we move on into our fucking previews, because I'm really good at this. Thursday, February 13th. Only 2 fights on this card. It's a Star Promotions card in Huntington, New York. Only 2 that I want to mention. Mickey Scala, he's a local boy for me, versus Victor Toney. So 8-round 154s. And then Joe Smith.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Joe
he's
Smith,
still doing it.
I'm surprised.
I did not think he was fighting yet.
No, I saw Joe Smith Jr. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep, versus
he
Devontae
taking on?
Williams. 10-round cruisers. So that's fun.
I'll hear Isaac talk about it. I'll listen to Isaac talk about it.
Yeah, not much to say about it. It's like he's old and doing this for cash, I expect.
Fine.
Yeah.
Friday,
Ooh, this
February
one.
14th. Top rank at the MSG Theater in New York. Bottom up, as we usually do. Juanma Lopez de Jesus making his debut against Brian Santiago. Keyshawn Davis versus Ira Johnson at...
DB3.
Is he a DB3?
Yeah, Keon, and then obviously Keyshawn, and then someone. What's the brother's name?
Not sure. That's why I was wondering.
Because they all fought on the same card. With Keyshawn last time. DB3.
Moving up, Nico Ali Walsh versus Juan Carlos Guerra, 6-round middles. Now, the fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this. It's kind of like a boxing insider kind of secret. Nico Ali Walsh is actually Muhammad Ali's grandson. Did you know that? No.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
I know. I know Top Rank really tries to keep that under wraps. So
Yeah,
I've
that
never
makes
heard
sense.
of
Yeah. I don't know why Top Gun doesn't advertise that more.
yeah, you
They'll
should
probably make a whole lot of money.
lean into it. All right, Delonte Johnson versus Quashan, I think it is. Toler, 8-round welters. Abdullah Mason.
There you go.
versus Manuel James, 8-round lights. I don't know if people are being a little bit too hyperbolic on Mason's last performance. He did get knocked down twice. I would say both of them were flash KDs. He didn't look bothered because he came back both times to put a whooping on the opponent.
I was wondering
what?
where I was just gonna say I was wondering where I had heard this name before. He fought Rolly.
Yeah, you fought him during during the Blanca card, right?
It's T-Mobile Arena, so probably it's probably a big card.
Yeah, it was last year, but on the Berlanga.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
what I
yeah.
heard.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering where I'd seen his name before.
Well, Abdullah Mason, if Peyton Talbot can put it back together, so can you. I believe in you.
Hopefully he does well. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Moving up, Vito Melnicki, 10 rounds at middleweight versus Connor Coyle. Melnicki's a recent acquisition to the Top Rank family. He used to be on PBC. I remember that.
In the old days.
Yeah. Rohan Polanco versus Jean Carlos Torres, 10-round welters. Oh, shit. Jared Anderson.
Comeback. Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. Marios Colias.
Yeah, I mean, this is just to get him back on track. I'm assuming, like, and I don't know who Marios is.
Yeah, I don't know who he's
Jared
either.
is meant to win this fight.
Yeah.
But you guys $5 are gonna say that this is the best that they've ever seen Jared Anderson, and that he's never looked any better.
I mean,
We'll hear that a lot.
The Bacoli loss was bad. His chin got cracked like multiple times. I'm actually gonna be curious to see. It's either you look better or you look like shit after a loss like that.
Yeah, you're still in it for the money.
Yeah, I mean, taking that fight and, like, you know, even against Top Rank's advice, telling him not to take that fight, that's only a bad sign. You know, he's money hungry, but we'll see.
I gotta respect the guy, though. I respect him for going in the fight. That was a hard fight that I don't think many would have won.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think people know who Bacoli is, and that's why they didn't know what to expect.
yeah, I mean, Bacoli, he looked like a giant in there in comparison.
Yeah.
Huge.
All right, moving up, Xander Zayas versus Slava Spomer. 10-round 154s. Oh, fun. Xander Zayas.
Nice. So,
And-
up the rankings.
And in the main event, Denys Berinchyk, the WBO 135 champ versus Keyshawn Davis. Well, WBO, whatever Bob orders, he's got to make sure that his guys have the title that he pays for.
It's a
It's
top ranked
time.
sponsored.
It's the top ranked title. It really is.
I'm just gonna say it's time. Keyshawn's gonna get a belt. It is time for Keyshawn to become a
Well,
champion.
hold up. I think y'all don't count out Denys Berinchyk, dude. Do not count out the guy. Even though, yes, I think Keyshawn will win too. At the same time, Berinchyk is not a walk in the park.
No, he's not. You're absolutely right.
He's Ukrainian, so they have like some natural gifts for boxing, but
They've got like a +5 debuff
yeah, they got
right
some
now.
buffs. Yeah. Oh, they got Usyk. They got Usyk at least, but yeah, I'm gonna be back in Keyshawn.
Berinchyk.
Yeah.
I got Keyshawn too, but the thing is, it's gonna be. I for sure think it's gonna be Keyshawn's hardest fight.
Technical fight.
No doubt
too.
about it.
Berinchyk isn't like a brawler or anything.
No.
No.
Dude, that's how he beat Nav. That's how he beat
Yeah, he
Nav.
beat Neff.
He by brawling.
No, like by not brawling.
He boxed?
by technical. Boxed the hell out of
Yeah.
him. And Nav's a quote unquote hard puncher. You know, it's like for Denys Berinchyk to beat Nav, it's pretty interesting. I remember a lot of people saying at the time that Nav was gonna kill Berinchyk. Remember, y'all remember that?
I
Y'all
do.
remember that, right?
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
was
sure.
casuals. I don't always throw it out because I don't like using the term, but like that's some casual shit. Like, do you not know who Berinchyk is?
Isaac, were you one of the people who was saying that?
No, I wasn't. I
Isaac,
thought
Isaac.
Nav was gonna win, but he wasn't gonna like bop him out or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Isaac,
Nav historically. I mean, if you put him up against a brawler, I feel like he has like good chances to win. But against a boxer, like someone actually like
Keyshawn is
technical,
that type too. He could box.
yeah,
him.
it can get rough. But yeah,
That could. Yeah, you're right.
So it can get rough for Keyshawn. It can get really rough real fast for Keyshawn if he doesn't play
Yeah,
the
I
cards
mean-
right.
he's like Keyshawn is riding on a pretty big wave at the moment. He created like off Lemos win.
That Lemos one was good.
I mean, sometimes Lemos came in overweight. I mean,
Took the
Keyshawn
fight
just laid him out like
anyway.
just super easy. I mean, he's riding on a big wave. He can get this win. He gets the belt. I mean, Keyshawn is on his way. I mean, he's not gonna. I'm not saying he's gonna be selling out $1 million pay-per-views or 1 million pay-per-views anytime soon. But he's on his way to be like somewhat of a well-known and respected name.
A pay-per-view.
in his division. Yeah, I mean, someone that you could put on a pay-per-view and he'll sell.
My thing is that if Keyshawn needs more fights to become a pay-per-view star and to become at least well known, I think if to become well known, he would have to fight Shakur at the very least. Not Tank, obviously, because I think Tank would kill him, but Shakur would be a good fight for him. Honestly, I think that Keyshawn could win.
You think Shakur?
So it's
would
a
lose
tall
to
it's a
him?
tall ask, but
Oh, yeah,
tall
well,
ask, it's a good.
Shakur's got skill. I see. The thing is with that fight, I think it go either way. I think on paper it's like a 60-40 fight. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think Shakur has still a solid chance of beating Keyshawn, but he's got a lot of skill. Keyshawn's got a lot of skill too. So you never know how it's
That'd
gonna
be a
turn.
fight that would be a fight that people would definitely want to see though. Like, that's a good match. Like if they made that fight Keyshawn versus Shakur, you would walk away being like, oh, this is a legitimate fight. They're not fighting cans. This is a legit, best versus best type fight.
And with the Shakur too, you have the whole Top Rank beef with how he left Top Rank. So I mean, they could have that in there too.
So they're leapfrogging promotions, but yeah, Keyshawn, this is a big step up. This is Keyshawn's chance. We got to ride with him. I mean, I saw him in the Olympics, his whole Olympic run that he made. It was impressive.
No, it was great. I remember it was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if Keyshawn wins, I think he should go for Shakur next. If not Shakur, probably someone like Zepeda.
Zepeda would be a good one.
It'll
But
be
Shakur
interesting to
needs
see
to fight Zepeda.
who he
though.
calls out. Yeah, I mean,
Honestly,
dude,
I just want someone to
Zepeda-
beat Zepeda.
Zepeda right now, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, they're talking about the Farmer rematch, and I don't know what's going on in Zepeda's camp at the moment. But yes.
So Zepeda's camp is pissing me off, man.
Yeah,
It's-
it's gone so awry. I don't know. it's like in less than a year, Zepeda's like image has just sunk so low.
Low, like really, really low. Or like his own fucking well, not stablemate in Golden Boy, Floyd Schofield. He's fighting Shakur before him.
Yeah, that's some
It's like
shit.
that's kind of bull. Because I think William Zepeda really should have gotten that fight first,
Of course he should have.
but obviously not. You know, we'll see if that gets made. The fight gets made for the Golden Boy in Matchroom 5v5, if that even happens.
That was one of the fights that they had floated. Was Shakur, assuming he beats Schofield.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Assuming, yeah.
So
Well, we'll see.
yeah. Anything more for Berinchyk versus Davis? The Valentine's Day card.
It's a decent card. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
Are you guys gonna be busy on that day, or are you gonna watch the fight?
Oh, I wouldn't be a boxing fucking sicko if I had a girlfriend or something. So
Facts.
Even
Facts. I think I might
if I did, but she'd be watching that shit with me.
exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
like hold up. I'll give you
Good
flowers
boxing
later.
day.
Bro. Keyshawn's fighting right now. All right, he's gonna get a belt right now. Hold up.
Unfortunately,
more
February 14th lined up on a Boxing Day, so
Yeah.
I would honestly throw out the old I don't know, Marxist thing. Like, it's a commercial holiday. Why are you gonna feed the capitalist pigs with your bullshit fucking holiday made up?
you whip it out yet?
Yeah.
We're gonna justify this.
Yep. I gotta
Anything
justify
to watch
being a
this card.
sicko. Like,
Yeah.
it's a Ukrainian. This is the last chance that we have to be on the right side of history here.
That's facts.
It's not Valentine's Day. It's Berinchyk versus Davis.
It's Dave. Hey, it's Davis Day. It's Davis Day.
Davis Day.
Davis Day. Yes.
All right, moving on. Saturday, February 15th. Really quickly, the Samson card. Well, we've already discussed how we feel about this fellow. But this one's in Buenos Aires. It's actually, I bring this one up to mention that the Spanish language show's coming back. So, boxing en español, we're gonna be doing it again.
There you go.
We'll be talking about we talk about these types of cards more over there. So if you want to get into if you want to talk like Japanese fucking shit, you can come here, because we do that here. But if you want to talk like Latino cards, we got you over there. Right. Last thing, Co-Live Arena in Manchester, Matchroom, Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barbosa. Not too fucking jazzed about the undercard, but I'm gonna list them really quickly anyway, because yes. Pat McCormick versus Robbie Davies Jr., 10-round welters. Reese Bellotti versus Michael Gomez Jr., 12-round 130s. Zelfa Barrett versus Jazza Dickens, 12-round 130s. Fun.
That is a fun card right there. That's a fun card. Can't wait to watch it.
Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barbosa for the interim WBO super lightweight title. It's 140.
It's fun, man.
I'm beside myself. This is just incredible.
I love watching Arnold Barboza Jr. fight.
I'm not
My
too...
favorite fighter.
Unironically, I do kind of like him just because of his personality more than his fighting.
No, yeah, me too. I respect the guy. He's very humble.
Yeah.
But I just can't help but just...
It's not the best. This isn't the best weekend to be going into.
Yeah. And then I think you're forgetting the Golden Boy.
Is there a Golden Boy?
As well. The best fight of the night, Prograis versus Duarte.
That's right. They're on the same day. I forgot about that. Oscar Duarte versus...
That's another guy who just can't quit. It's Prograis.
Prograis. I like him.
Duarte really might do him dirty. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
lie.
think so too.
I mean, we'll see what happens that day.
Yeah. If
And
Prograis
maybe-
got hurt by Haney, Duarte might actually have him out cold.
If Prograis can... Imagine if Prograis knocked the fuck out of Duarte.
That would be a
That would be
resurgence.
wonderful.
I mean, I don't even know if you can call it resurgence because like his career is not really gonna go anywhere. But it would be an insane upset, I think. Like I don't know what Vegas has him at, but Duarte has to be the favorite.
And at that point, after that, you'd have Prograis versus Rolly. And then after that, you have Prograis versus Ryan.
This is the step back to the title holder.
The title.
Prograis coming back.
Was there ever a lot of Prograis hype?
Yeah,
Dude, there was a
before
point
the
where,
World
where
Boxing Super
Prograis-
Series.
Yeah, there was a point where people had Prograis over the people like Haney, Tail, Tank. Like, they had Prograis over everyone.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it sounds like a long time ago. Yeah.
It was quite some time.
Wonder how Teofimo mixes into all of this. I remember he was gonna fight. He said he was gonna fight in February, but he's a fucking liar.
Yeah, and I was gonna date Sydney Sweeney. How's that going for me?
Well, I said that too. So
Yeah, exactly. How's that going?
I guess you stole my girl then. I guess.
But
I wonder how Isaac fits in this.
doesn't apparently. There's stuff going on like the 15th kind of sucks. Yes.
Yes.
But like the 13th, if you want to see, like, if nothing else, Joe Smith Jr., Devontae Williams should be entertaining a little bit, at least a little bit. But Mickey Scala, that is a fucking prospect to keep your eye on. If you're not on game, get the fuck on game, because I'm telling you, Mickey Scala is solid. The top ranked card on the 14th, excellent card. Excellent card. You get to see Muhammad Ali's grandson. Are you shitting on my balls? What else do you want? What else do you want?
Wait, I see. He already has lost.
Yeah, he did.
He lied to me. He ain't Muhammad Ali's grandson.
Muhammad Ali lost more than a fair few of his.
Yeah, but he was the greatest though. So he gets a pass.
Yeah, of course.
He was supposed to be apparently Jesus' next coming. Next coming of Christ.
I would say the Prophet Muhammad's next coming.
Oh yeah, but Muhammad's next coming.
He's a
Muhammad
Nation of
Israel.
Islam guy. Peace be upon him.
Abdullah Wahid.
His actual name.
Fucking no.
That's it. That's all we got on the cards. Hold on a second. Let me do. You've been listening to the Boxing B-Sides, a Lux Media production. If you'd like to give your thoughts, or you need to tell us how fucking casual you think we are, you can be a duck and text our anonymous line 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on your business, call and leave a voice message or send a voice note in WhatsApp. And if you're entertaining enough, you'll make the final cut of the release. 833-LUXPODS. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net, all one word. That's on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, all the rest of that shit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. A lot of stuff gets cut from the final release, so if you want the raw audio exactly as it's recorded, look us up on Patreon, LVX Media Net over there just like everywhere else. You can also get the ad-free version of the episode you just heard over there as well. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out by checking out our ad sponsors. You can also help by giving us a rating on your preferred podcast app. And don't forget, shop.lvx.be is where you can get some merch and help us while also snagging some threads for yourself. Intro and outro by Middle of Nowhere Beats. And for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net.
Hey, didn't Clarissa Shields fight today?
She did, but because of the timing of it, I didn't include it on this. It'll be on the recaps the next time.
Okay.
So, we're heading into not a great Saturday, but we do have a good Prospect Thursday, a solid Valentine's Day fight card on Friday, and then, stuff on...
A Valentine's Day massacre.
And then stuff on Saturday. So, parting words. What do we got?
Y'all know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go Virgil Ortiz. Let's go
Virgil.
Floyd Schofield. Let's go Carlos Adames.
Oh, Carlos.
I had
And
that
Adames, damn.
That's,
I gotta add
He
that
really
too.
tossing in all the underdogs here. Other than Virgil.
Hey, I love the underdogs, man. I love the underdog. You need to love the underdog. That's the beautiful part about boxing.
I'm
The underdog can always win.
I'm quite fond of the B-sides.
Yeah, they're exactly. Wow. Perfect. That's the perfect transition. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's not totally because I have a weird obsession with these fighters and these underdogs. It's because it's the Boxing B-Sides podcast. That's why.
They're the boxing B-sides. We got to back the B-side.
We got to back the B-Sides because we're also the B-Sides. Soon to be
Yeah.
A-side.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll get there.
But I just want to say that I love boxing, man. Benavidez Morel fully delivered with some crazy stuff. This is why I love this sport.
All right. Shit. Cool. We are out of here. We'll see you on the other side of this bleakish weekend, but it's a good run a few days. We'll see you on the other side of it.
Love you, listeners.
Yep.